talk to him.
You think you know him? He showed up. Now here's the thing. The Rated R Superstar comes in, and he has joined AEW. Feels good. It's pretty good. I like the debut. It seemed a little obvious, and who cares? But it seemed obvious that he was coming in when Darby and Christian, the TNT title, was going to be the main event for a pay-per-view. That seemed a little far-fetched. However, I love Christian. And that match was banger. That was a banger match. Darby is half dead. The steel steps, that spot there, looks legit. I could not understand that. Oh my God. I love it. The match was great. So now we are getting Adam in All Elite Wrestling. Quick time out here. William Birch, dude, thank you for the giant super chat. Let me talk to you. Have an amazing show. William Birch, thank you for all your support, your continued support. That means a lot, buddy. Thank you very, very much for that. We're going to have a great show. Let me talk to you, William Birch and others. Darby is a comic book character, as you're saying in chat. He's just nuts. I loved it. I love the spots they did in there. The match made sense. Christian tells a very good story.
That hurt. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As my voice goes.
That hurt. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The story of Edge, and it kind of looks like they're going to do a 6-man. So at the end of Wrestle Dream, Edge's music, they did a little vignette. You got the guy in the muscle car, and it looked like Edge right away. And then you got him arriving, and then you hear it. This was my biggest thing I wondered, of what are they going to do that is going to be Edge? And we've got the Rated R Superstar, Adam Copeland. But he's got his theme song, his entrance, everything, the smoke, the fireworks. I love that. That's my concern always when somebody jumps, right? And we're going to see more of this over the next year as AEW contracts are up. Now, WWE, I feel, is a little bit more of a different beast in terms of them wanting to rebrand people or wanting to create their own moments, their own entrance, their own themes, and make them WWE style. So Jade will have a new theme and new everything, and that's fine. I think it also depends on the talent when people go from AEW to WWE. Cody, for example, kept everything because that was the deal. I think MJF is also somebody that could keep everything if he wanted to, if they needed to, because of the brand of what they have created with him. But it's really cool that when you get Edge in AEW, to keep everything the way it was, his theme song, they didn't remix it. They got a new sound. They got a new track for you. If you think you know me, he think you know me. And then it goes right into it. But I love that it was still good. And yes, Stephen Callan says too, Edge knows Alter Bridge. So yeah, I figure Tony Khan's just plunking down money to use the track. Because WWE doesn't own the track. That's a good thing about using copyrighted music. You can, then WWE doesn't have a leg to stand on. But they also have the copyright, but whatever, the ownership of the copyright of the Rated R Superstar that was up so that they could actually use that, which is great. So you got Rated R Superstar Adam Copeland. Everyone will call him Edge, and that's if the crowd calls him Edge, that's fine. Or they'll run around and they'll call him Adam. One or the other. So I thought this was wonderful. Again, I thought the debut, I thought having the music, the entrance, it was all Edge. It was really cool. It's a great moment to have with Christian. I thought it worked out well. 1 second. I can hear people in my house. FBE Fiendish, thank you for your super chat. Edge not being in 2K24 is weird. We'll talk a little bit about 2K24 in just a second. Edge, the roster, and what's going to be happening, because things are getting a little wild over there in the 2K world, isn't it? So, yeah, it's like I still call Claudio Castagnoli Cesaro. Exactly. But I mean, like, the AEW crowd will call him Claudio. We'll see what happens with Edge or the Edge or Edgy Edge. So Christian Cage commented on the WWE Hall of Famer Adam Copeland joining AEW. There was also a press conference of Edge with Tony Khan that I want to check out, because knowing Tony, it was like the giant hug. We have the emotes here. Members. We have the Tony hugs. In the main event, Christian defeated Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match, retained the TNT Championship. I hope they redesign the TNT title. I need a bigger belt. Christian is great as TNT champion. That belt needs to be bigger. It looks like the women's title on him. Like, it looks small. I don't like that. It was cool. Like, that main event was cool too, not only for the match in itself. Nick Wayne turning was a cool surprise. It made it feel like that was going to be the moment. You're kind of waiting to see if Edge was going to show up, but it was cool to have Nick Wayne do the turn at the end of the match. That made it feel like, okay, there's something there, and then you got like a double surprise with Edge coming out. So it felt big. Also, if you were watching live or you looked at the clock, you were like, okay, there's still like 8 minutes to go if they were going to follow a true pay-per-view time. AEW has Jonathan. AEW has way too many belts. I'm just saying redesign a belt. Cage and Wayne and Luchasaurus continued to attack Allen. Then Sting came down as well to make the save, and he couldn't. And then you got Adam Copeland. You think you know me. Christian went down. They were going to do the concerto, which was cool, on Sting. And then they got the chair. They handed Edge the chair because they didn't know whose side is he on. Is he the third man brother or the fourth man brother? And then he actually turned around and whoop-ah, and he took out Mr. Luchasaurus, and he took out Nick Wayne, and they ran away. And then you were left with Christian, and he bailed out of there. So you clearly got the shaking of the hands of Darby, Sting, and Edge. They didn't like all three at the same time, but they did it individually. And then you got that. So great ending. It's a new era, and as Tony Khan said it, and Adam Copeland does too, he's the rated R superstar, and it's a new era. That's the whole branding of things. It's interesting. I mean, you know what? Good for AEW, because this is pretty big. I don't know, but guys, I kind of feel like this is a big deal. It's a great get in Edge. It's just cool. Edge had comments too on Twitter where he responded to everything. We'll get to that in a moment too, and I want to talk about 2K24 roster with you guys. But Adam Copeland, Edgy Edge, did have a lot to say about it. But I think it's just cool overall. It really is. It makes wrestling fun. For me, it feels like the 90s. You got guys jumping ship. And it's cool too that certain stars, they keep their branding and they keep their music, and all those things matter, and then they get a bigger pop. I think also for AEW, it's a wonderful time for it, because everything that just happened with CM Punk, all of that, and him being gone, I think it's really awesome that you get Edge in there, because it's almost this like, I mean, number one, I think it distracts fans, and it moves the conversation away completely from CM Punk. Now we move on, and hopefully Tony starts doing a few more things that will push wrestlers. Doesn't need to sign a bunch of talent, although there are new release talent, so we could see even more. Shelton Benjamin would be kind of cool in AEW, but it's a nice shift. Edge can be a very, very positive influence backstage for when he's there for all talent. The problem, and I like CM Punk, but the problem with Punk, allegedly, with backstage and all that, very divided locker room. It's not harmonious. It's not a lot of people working together. He's got your own show over here versus show over here. I think if Edge starts showing up on Dynamite and he double dips and shows up on Collision especially, that can really help Collision. If you got Christian there, it'd be a really good move. But I like it, and I think it does shift away from Punk and the negativity you got after All In and All Out and all of it, all of the outs. It's cool, and it's going to create more stories. And Edge is a story guy, and that's what I like. I like matches. I watched Wrestle Dream. I didn't love Wrestle Dream. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of it if you watched it. For me, I didn't love the show, and I didn't love it because it was a long card, and a lot of matches, like just matches. And that's the fear I have, as AEW is likely going to a 12 pay-per-views a year, one every single month. This is kind of my fear, is that they give us 4-hour pay-per-views every single month, like Winter is Coming, for example. If they go ahead with the HBO, the Max deal for the pay-per-views there, they stream it, or they just go up to 12 a year. I feel like 4-hour shows is a lot. It's a lot for the audience. It's a lot to pay for, $50 a month. So I worry that there's going to be too much pay-per-views, 4 hours. I think they need to scale it back, giving us like 3. And Wrestle Dream is kind of an example of that. If they're kicking it off with showing us this is what a 4-hour monthly show could be. Yeah, it's cool to have a lot of mixed talent. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson in like a technical wrestling match. Wonderful. But that's not the whole card. I mean, if you had 5 matches on the card, trimming it down like a WWE pay-per-view today. WWE did this forever and it was terrible. They gave us the 4 or 5 hour shows and they're just filled. And the pre-show was 2 hours and an hour of matches. And you're like, it was too much. AEW, I worry, is doing the same thing. We got to put way more cards together. We got to double dip Ring of Honor. Plus we've got AEW. We got a lot of talent. We're going to showcase them. They still only did 1 women's match on the entire show. They got some issues there that I worry about by doing so many pay-per-views. Because Wrestle Dream didn't have end-to-end banger matches. Some of them felt like filler. The tag team match felt like filler. Like there's a lot of filler stuff. I mean, even MJF doing a handicap match should have been dynamite. Like really, that wasn't anything. So I feel like I worry they stretch themselves and they rely too much on, okay, we got to showcase Ring of Honor for half the card. We got to showcase AEW for the other card. And I'm like, you got a lot of talent. Let's just get some stories going and do like 5-6 matches on the card and you're good. The volume isn't what we need. It's the quality, but that's me. That's what I feel. But let's talk about Edge. And guys, as you join us, drop a like on this. It does a lot. And subscribe, because we're almost at 93,000. We were trying to get there last week. We're just about there this week. We might actually even hit it today, brother. And I'm very, very excited for it. But let's hear from Mr. Edgy Adam Copeland. All right. Enhance. I won't go through this verbatim, but he put a full thing together, a full thread of everything. Why am I not following Edgy Edge? So he talks about WWE. He talks about going over to AEW, and his thesis in all this, I already read through it, but it is essentially that just chill out and enjoy wrestling. Like that's pretty much what he is saying here. Is enjoy the product. You don't have to. 3 little letters. 3 letters do not matter. He's having fun, and that's important. The fans will have fun. He got to see some familiar faces. He's got new challenges. If you followed his career, that's what he's always been driving for. First and foremost, he thanks WWE for 25 years. He loves them. They supplied a wonderful life. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. The essential theme here is like Edge did everything in WWE. Everything. He's the mega champion of all champions. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's had every match. He's been at WrestleMania. He's main evented WrestleMania. He's won titles, lost titles. He's fought legends. He came back from a neck surgery. He got his career back. He's had every moment, every opportunity to do everything. So he says here, like WWE, they didn't have much more for me to do. Simple as that. He said, I wanted to do more. They didn't have much more for me to do. Simple as that. And that's okay. I'll still be watching, supporting all my friends there. He continued on to say that I don't buy into this odd mentality of one company or the other. And I agree. The tribalism of wrestling fans is what it is. Like, you can watch anything you want. You can not watch stuff. You can watch stuff. You hear people all the time that would give anybody crap for like, oh, you don't watch Stardom or you don't watch New Japan regularly. Wrestling, Beach Bite says it. Wrestling is wrestling. And if it was going to be, what's his name, Vince Russo, he would say, wrestling is wrestling, bro. Just enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't worry about it. But he says it's he got some fresh air, soak up the sunshine. It's wrestling. It's wrestling, bro. An amazing gig, but still, it's wrestling. Relax. It's supposed to be fun. And I do think that in today's day and age, it's a lot of marks. It's a lot of people of just, we need the scoops. We need to know what's the animosity, what's the negativity backstage, who hates who, what's the problem, what's the beef, what's the drama. And sure, that gives good entertainment because people want the entertainment of not only what's on TV that they can enjoy, but they want to then hear about and double up and being like, here's everything that's backstage and who could jump ship. And nowadays, especially, it's a crazy time for wrestling fans because for some of you in the chat can relate to me. This is now like the second time that you're able to see two major broadcast television wrestling products go head to head, but like compete for talent, and you can watch two shows and you can consume more wrestling content than ever. For other fans, they have not been able to do that ever in their lifetime. Some of you in chat possibly have like, yeah, I've only grown up on WWE. That's it. Maybe you grew up with Ruthless Aggression era as a kid, and that's it. And this is all you know. And now you see like, okay, cool, there's AEW. Now we get an extra product and like, oh, that's nice. You got to understand from old dummies like me, it's pretty cool. Like when you actually step back and you're looking at it going, there's an alternative here. Like there's many alternatives, but in the modern mainstream landscape, even WWE itself, NXT No Mercy was a phenomenal show. So NXT is once again feeling like, and has for a little bit, but really starting to feel like it's got its own thing going again, like the black and gold, but now it's a new era there. So like you have NXT as its own thing. You have main roster WWE. You have crossover between the two happening. You then have AEW with so much programming. You want more hardcore stuff. You want blood. You want this. You want just wrestling matches. You want some cool story. You got AEW. There's a lot, but the point is that you can just enjoy it. Edge goes on to say that it's a segment of fans, not most fans, and definitely not the performers. Within the industry, we all know that the more choices is better for everyone and pushes us all to be better. As a wrestling fan, which I still am, it's exciting that there's viable companies providing wrestling on national and worldwide platforms. If you're actually a fan of wrestling and not acronyms, that should make you happy too. And his last post here just says, I guess what I'm trying to say is for this, if you've appreciated my work, you still can, no matter what the initials are, because I'll still be busting my ass every time I'm out there. The ride isn't over just yet. Just try to have fun. Like it should be, because trust me, I'll be having fun every time I'm out there in an AEW ring. Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. What do you guys think about Mr. Edgy Adam Copeland, rated R superstar, still keeping the rated R part, which is really cool to see? Let me know. Let me talk to you. The Craig with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for what you do for the wrestling gamers and community. Yeah. Well, Craig, thank you very much. You come in here and you walk into my house and you watch my stuff. That's what means a lot, and that makes things awesome. So thank you. FBE also comes in. Thanks, buddy. Just think of the names Edge could wrestle in AEW. Well, what's on the list? We know Christian's happening, but that could be awesome because, like, right now, Christian is at peak Christian. I have never loved Christian's work more. Like, when he was in Impact originally, TNA, I like that because Christian was, at that point, was like top guy. And it was Christian. So it was really cool at that time. This is now my next, like, it's my favorite run of Christian because his character is so awesome. And now he's got his little stable, his faction, and it's going to work for him. And this is fun too because it definitely looks like they're going to move to a 6-man match, which I think is the right way to go. You're also getting the minds of Christian and Edge being able to work on stories together. Hopefully it spills over into other stuff, because what I'd love to see is that with Edge coming in, he's all stories. Edge is all about formulating stories and moments and crafting that. Good or bad, not everything lands, but it's really, really neat to see what they could do. A 6-man tag is probably going to happen next, unless Edge is going to run right in with a singles match against somebody as to kind of warm up. But we get the promos of Edge, who can cut a great promo. You're going to enjoy his work. It'll bring eyeballs to the product, which is great. you're going to see a lot of good stuff coming out of this. A 6-man tag, I think, can go a long way as well, because you're going to get the Edge Christian moment, but not the full payoff, right? In a 6-man tag, they may not even interact with each other. They might just chirp and look at each other, right? It will build for months if they do it right. Edge likes the long-term storytelling as well. I'm all for it. I think it's going to be awesome. Cage responded during the post-media scrum. Christian Cage was asked about this, and he says, I said this at the last scrum. I don't have any friends other than Luchasaurus. Was I surprised to see him? Yes. Did I care? Not really. It doesn't change anything for me. I love Christian. Was I surprised to see him? Yes. Did I care? No. Then he says, I'm still the face of TNT. I'm still the TNT champion. I'm still the man to beat in AEW. You understand that, right? I love it. Oh, Cage went on to argue that he has made the TNT championship more prestigious than MJF's world championship. I love this. He says, Christian Cage says, a few short months ago, people were saying this title meant nothing. I've taken it and main evented WrestleDream tonight. I made this title. This title, in my opinion, is more prestigious than the world title. Mainly, and he's sitting there with Tony Khan. Mainly because I carry it. But I think my track record speaks for itself. And I think you have to give me my flowers now. Do you not? Tony Khan officially announced that Adam Copeland is all elite. That's the big thing coming out of today, Daddy. But who's he going to feud with? It's going to be wild. It's going to be interesting to see. And if you guys want to support the show in other ways, or you just want to be involved in the community here at Assemble, we got some good stuff for you. Because, like Harv asked in the community, Assemble, what's your Discord? I want to get in. You want to get in? There's no problem there. You can get in. There's ways to get in, my friend. And let me just put it in here for you, so then you guys can have a looky-loo, a little bit of fun. And you can get in. Let me invite people. Let me copy. Let me put it in a thing. Now we got it in the chat. Pin that message. And we'll go to the live chat. There it is. So the live chat, if you guys want to get into the Discord, that's all you got to do. Beach Bites was surprised that I had a Discord, and I did it. That's right, Daddy. I did it. So we can all help out people like Harv on Twitter. I can give them a help and go, yeah. So if you guys want to, if you want to get into the Discords for the full community, there's everything in there. 2K24 wishlist, general chat as well. Patch notes from 2K get funneled through here if you want to check that out. Any of the My Faction updates, any 2K news that pops in. And then we got the awesome creation suite, which guys like Marty M, who's in the chat, come in here and they can plunk in any of the WWE creations. AEW ones can come in here too. Arenas and shows are in here. So like Reeves just put in these backstage, custom backstages. Marty M's got all of the packs in here too. Custom championships. If you want to promote your own stuff as a YouTuber and you got stuff you want to show off, come in here for the community section so people can check out your stuff and have a good time. So there's a cheap plug for the community. I wonder if we will, as the Rat Gamer says, if we will get Edge versus Sting. That'd be cool. William Warrington, thank you very much for your super chat. WWE's getting stale. AEW is fresh. WWE, I feel like right now is just spinning their wheels a little bit more, trying to get to Survivor Series. Not like Fastlane, I'm kind of okay to good on. LA Knight and the Bloodline, I want to see what happens there. But nothing else is really clicking for me with WWE, because I feel like we are just kind of in a lull until we get to the bigger shows, and then you're kind of inching towards the Royal Rumble. Avi says, why do all injury risk wrestlers leave WWE? It's interesting. True. Danielson, Edge. Yeah, a lot of them do. I don't know, maybe because the policy is a little bit tighter on WWE than it is with AEW. I don't know. But it seems like for Edge anyways, it's wanting to just do more wrestling, to wrestle more. And I'm here for it. So I think Edgy Edge, Adam Copeland, is going to have a good time. Beach Bites, I just saw your Twitter. You took a week off. Look what happened to you. But I do want to talk to you guys about 2K24 and Adam Copeland, the Edge. Is Edge going to be in 2K24? This is a big question I have for all of you. Since Edge, Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar, is now in All Elite Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Shoot's in here too. Is Pro Wrestling Shoot, maybe you have insight into this. Is Adam Copeland, is Edge going to be in 2K24? We've got Pro Wrestling Shoot says Edge will not be in 2K24. Is that a shoot? You got the hookup, my friend. You need to be doing some, Jesse, you need to be doing some texting to some people. You got to find out for us, brother. Because that's going to be another video for us today, is going to be this WWE, it's a shoot? Oh, daddy. We got breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Wrestling Shoot, if you have confirmed, then you let me know. If that's a shoot, brother, that's wild. Do you think Edge will be in Fight Forever video? Kyle, good to see you. I think there's good questions in there from all of you. I think it's really cool that if Edge is going to be in Fight Forever, hey, that'll save that game. I mean, they need match types, but you need a lot of stuff for Fight Forever. But if they gave us match, see, now I'm all over the place. Now I'm like, because Edge is a huge name. Not everyone's like, oh, I needed the Edge and I want Adam Copeland. Dude, Edge is a legend and he's a massive star for WWE for 25 years. So it's a huge deal. Whether you're a big fan or a moderate fan of his, AEW Fight Forever needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of stuff. And we have talked about this a lot, where we need match types. We need options in the menu. We need the revamped pin system. They need a ton. If AEW could get their stuff together and THQ could get their stuff together, then a DLC of Edge and Alta Tires for Christian and Luchasaurus, you could do that and a bunch of other stuff we need. But that would be a massive deal if you got Edge in the video game. It would sell. It would sell more to be able to get Edge in there. I don't know. But when it comes to 2K24, sounds like it's not happening. Sounds like he's out, which is wild because Edge has been in WWE games forever. Every game. All the way back to the days of... Was he in? No, he wasn't in Warzone. He would not have been... Would he have been in Attitude? Might have been. We know he was in No Mercy with the Hardys and Edge and Christian. Fiendish says, in WWE, someone about to cut a promo, Judgment Day theme plays, this always happens. And that's where, like, you guys are talking about too, and I agree. It's becoming a little bit... William Warrington, when he says, like, WWE's getting stale, William, that's where I agree with you, is, like, with Fiendish, it's the... Hey, guess what? There's going to be... Cody's not going to wrestle. Cody's going to cut a promo. Oh, and then let's have Judgment Day come out and say, we run Raw. And Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn are also going to interfere in that. And it's going to create an 8-man tag or a 6-man or a 1-on-1 where they're all involved again. You're like, okay. And Rhea's not going to wrestle. Or Rhea's going to have a squash. And Seth's going to come out and do the whoa. And talk about how he's a champion. Like, you know, like, I think the Shinsuke stuff is great, but anyways, that's going on a tangent. FBE says, I hope there will be an Edge Caw in 24. Most definitely. So the good news here is, and again, we got to talk about this maybe today on the channel, but the good news is the assets for Edge will likely stay in there. Because they probably would have been my faction. His character model, his entrance, everything will be there. Like, we've had released wrestlers, and this goes along with the other released wrestlers that are gone now. Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, and all the rest. It's very possible, very likely, that they're still going to be in there. The Hardys, Edge, and Christian Jericho. Yeah, man. It's getting fun. Prime time. GM Assemble. Edge will be in 2K24. WWE got his trademark and image. They use him a legend. Adam Copeland will be in AEW next video game. Well, prime time, we don't know for sure. I agree. It's very possible. It's possible they leave him in there because we don't know if Edge has a... I'll just ask Edge. Let me just reach out to Adam Copeland. I can't even DM him. Oh, we can't DM him. No, then I'll message him. Because if he has a Legends deal, then he's in the game. Or it's already under development. But I do have Pro Wrestling Shoot in the chat, and they're saying for a shoot, he ain't in the game. Edge, yeah, Beach Bites. Edge owns all his stuff. WWE would own the trademark for Edge. but they don't own the music. They don't own anything else. Like, they can trademark the name. You can't own the guy. So I kind of doubt he will be in 2K24. WWE has removed him from everything related with on their website. Pro Wrestling Shoot says WWE does not trademark images. Edge owns his music. WWE only owns the name Edge. Yep. At Adam Copeland. Hey, Adam. We're messaging Adam Copeland right now. Hey, Adam. Hey, this is Matt. Hey, Adam. How are ya? Hey, Adam. Like, what should we say to Adam? Great debut. Loved it. Question from the WWE 2K community. Will you be in WWE 2K24? It's already in development, but fans wonder if they'll still play or be able to play as you in the next game, or are you out? Thanks. And I'll put a Canadian flag because we're Canucks. Canada. Let's see. Maybe he'll respond. Wouldn't that be cool? Then I'll get my real confirmation. It's like Dijak when he's like, yeah, I want to be in the game. Then 2K was like, nah. Javi says, Becky versus Tegan tonight. Don't sleep on that. No, don't. Because they wanted to do that and they didn't get to do that. Pro Wrestling Shoe says, Adam. Adam. There's a couple of really great things and great storylines going on. So the big question, guys, is going to be, like we're talking about, is Edgy Adam Copeland going to be in WWE 2K24? It's a lot of speculation right now, but we're getting later and later into development cycle into the year, and I gotta believe he's not. What I think will likely happen is you get not his name, his music won't be in there, so you gotta get generic rock theme number 3, and then you gotta get the call name to be Adam. They might have Edge, like from Toronto, Canada. Edge! You might get lucky with status being able to grab in the files if all of the assets are still in there. And that's where I feel like we got our best shot to be able to have him. It's not make or break for the game for me by any means. Edge is a legend that I would play with, that's what she said, quite often. But it wasn't make or break. Like, I haven't had Christian in the game forever. So, and we've got community creations that are fantastic. I think Edge's motion will all be there. I think crowd signs will be in there for Edge, but I just don't think you'll get Edge call name. The theme song won't be in there, and that's it. But I think you'll get the motion, and they'll just use the 2K23 one. If anything, you might get lucky where you end up finding Edge in my faction, and then the likes of Status pull him out for us. Fiendish says Da Rock or Bray Wyatt could be the showcase star for 2K24, in my opinion. Well, this is the other interesting piece that I was thinking of too this morning, is I was really thinking we were going to get... Who's this? Sorry, there's a thing on my screen. I don't know, that was nice. Sorry to get distracted by the wild world of Twitter. I think that Edge was my honest to God, Edge was my front runner for showcase. He really was. 25 years of Edge. You get all of his entire singles run. It made his return from the Rumble. It made all the sense in the world. Now I'm gonna call out Pro Wrestling Shoot because maybe they have the dirt for Shoot. Maybe they know who the showcase star is gonna be. But we got to scratch him off the list. So now are you gonna get a rated R superstar showcase? Are we gonna get the 40 years of WrestleMania showcase with some tweaks in it without Edge? There's a lot of question marks I have because I assume we are going to get showcase mode, and I don't want it. I want 40 years of WrestleMania. Way more fun, way easier for, I think, WWE 2K to cherry pick. Also, I think if they go down the path of going back to the well of like multiple showcases, multiple stars in a WrestleMania showcase type of deal, I think it actually helps them because stuff like this can happen. Isn't going to be wild if they release 2K24 and Edge is the showcase star? Like, they got to look at all this stuff. Now, I'm sure they factor these things in and go, who has a multi-year contract still with WWE? Who's a legend? They got to fit all this criteria in order to be like, okay, they qualify that we could put them in the game and it won't backfire on us. This would be a backfire if it happened. So now I don't think it's going to at all. Dashi, thank you very much for your super chat. We need a segment where all three Adams together, Adam Cole, Paige, and Copeland, and Roddy yells, Adam. Oh my God. That's the best, Dashi. I want all of them out there doing this. And then you end it with Roderick Strong yelling, Adam. Oh my God. That is the best thing ever. So good there, bud. Triple H Showcase I would love it. Man, I would go nuts for it. Javi says, can't do 40 years WrestleMania without TLC 2 at WrestleMania X7. That's the problem, Javi, I know, is like we would go through every single WrestleMania that we liked and be like, okay, this one, I wanted this match, I wanted this. I love X7 TLC is like my favorite match. Guess who's in it? A lot of non-WWE stars now. There's so many things you could do. Triple H Showcase would be pretty killer because of the variety, because Triple H wrestled everybody. So the variety of matches you can get and pull from is what's interesting for that. How they lay it out. Do they do a John Cena style where you play as the opponent? Do they just mix it up where you play as both? They got to do something where they're going to get you to play, regardless of who the showcase star, if it's Orton, Taker, Triple H, whoever, they got to do something where they mix up the showcase, because having it just be the only thing I liked about the John Cena showcase, because I don't like a lot of showcase mode, period. They have you be the opponent. That's the only thing that I liked about that. If it was just John Cena winning, it'd be the most boring thing ever. And that's the problem with like Ray's showcase. You just won matches. You're like, all right, you just move on. No one cared. Javi says you can't do. Oh yeah, we did that one. Sorry, buddy. X7 had Rock and Austin. Yeah, and that's the one. And we've done that one, right? Pretty sure they did that in the 2K earlier 2K days. There's so many more you could pull off from. But will we get Edgy Adam Copeland in 2K24? Very curious. But what feuds do we see? Here's the other question. We got Edge. We got the Edge. Who are we going to get? And by the way, I believe Status already came out with... Yeah, he did. Man, this guy's quick. If you guys are looking for Adam Copeland, Rated R Superstar, in your 2K game still, you can do that. Search the hashtag AEW Edge23. New attire. This one, commentary's Edge. The ring announcer's name is Adam. I wonder if you can get Rated R Superstar Adam. Updated hair, updated facial hair, and it says Wrestle Dream attire. This can be set as an alt attire for Edge. It's separate to keep the ring announcer name as Adam. Way to go, Status. Man, dude is quick. This hasn't even been 12 hours. He did that when like the titles came out. When the World Heavyweight Championships came out and the Women's and the Undisputed for Roman. It was that night after SmackDown. And he was like, yeah, here's the new belt. I was like, dude, this is too fast. You're too much. Fiendish FBE guys, thank you so much for all your super chats today. You guys are live and welcoming. It would be great if they did multiple showcase modes, including DLC showcase. Dude, I wish that's a great idea. Doing a DLC showcase. That's definitely the way to go. Tony Khan. What is this? Wrestle Ops says that Tony Khan states Adam Edge Copeland will be full-time talent for AEW and will be there every week. Damn. I thought Copeland would be like once a month, once every few months. That's a big get for AEW in terms of everything that went on with CM Punk. Holy smokes. Because you had Punk there every week. This is kind of your healthy substitute. Not substitute, but like great transition to be able to have something. Good for him. Is it a multi-year deal? I gotta find the news on the deal itself. An opponent date announced. So we got more news coming in, guys. The other quick one, as I'm doing that too, I wanted to look at this one. So Jon Moxley was fined by AEW. Moxley said that he got fined at WrestleDream during the show for the pay-per-view. A match took place between Claudio and Josh Barnett, and Jon Moxley was on. Oh yeah, I heard this. While on commentary, Moxley said that there wasn't even the pay-per-view yet. Fans were getting this is shit for free. This wasn't even the pay-per-view yet. And fans are, oh, this shit for free. Yeah. Well, during the Yuta and Starks match, Moxley told Yuta to make Starks pay for that shit. He also commentary for Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., and ended up swearing multiple times. If you're Tony Khan, like, I think you by default you have to fine him. But what? Why would you put Mox on commentary? Why? You know he's gonna mouth off. He's live doing promos and he just drops F-bombs on TV. You think the guy just relaxing, literally putting his feet up at commentary, doing commentary? You think he's not gonna swear? Oh. Wild. All right. Edge's opponent is talking about here. Do you guys like the t-shirt? It's very much what he had before. Maybe we'll get the Rated R Superstar belt. We'll see. I mean, Mox is fun, but what do you expect? All right. In a post-show media scrum, Tony Khan announced that Copeland's first opponent in AEW and what date the match will take place on. We're going to have a match. Khan stated that Copeland will appear on Dynamite this coming Wednesday, October 4th. Oh, that's my kid's birthday. And Collision on Saturday the 7th. Great. He will have his debut match on the Title Tuesday edition of Dynamite October 12th. Hope that's live. That match, are they preempting that for sports? Wonder why. That match will be against one of the three men he confronted at WrestleDream, Luchasaurus. Okay. All right. Edge, Adam Copeland's first match is going to be against Luchasaurus. It's live. Shoot. Oh, okay, here's a question. Pro Wrestling Shoot, guys, is in the chat. Pro Wrestling Shoot, Jesse, you were at WrestleDream, were you not? If you can provide any feedback in the chat, I'd appreciate it. You know your live reactions. Give us the scoop, daddy. Okay, so he's going to fight. Adam Copeland's going to be fighting Luchasaurus in his first match in AEW. What do you think of that? Not bad. Kind of wish it was a bigger match. I guess it doesn't matter. Get him in there. You know what, though? He's wrestling, like, right away. Like, he's going to do 2 promos to set up. He's going to do Dynamite and then Collision doing promos. And then he's going to get the first match. So, I do appreciate he's not coming out for 6 weeks doing promos. He's getting into a match. They're going through the story with Christian. They're doing it. I'm glad it's not going to be a wait around kind of thing. But I wanted to see if there was something on Adam Copeland, Edge, AEW deal. I wanted to see if there's something on his contract. Ah, there we go. You think you know him. Edge, Adam Copeland, AEW contract details confirmed. FBE, dude, thank you for your super chats today. According to BWE, CM Punk is returning, getting closer. Oh. Well, I'm interested. I'm interested. Let's see here. Updates. So, Tony Khan and Adam spoke about him joining AEW, and Khan specifically revealed that some details. Khan stated that Copeland is full-time with AEW, like we talked about, AEW every week, wrestling regularly. First name Copeland mentioned that is being excited to work with in AEW is Samoa Joe, Sting, Nick Wayne, Swerve. Dude, Swerve's match was killer. Swerve needs like 2 more short feuds with more main level talent. Like he needs a match. He needs to beat Mox. Kenny's in a whole world on his own right now. I would have said Kenny. He needs to beat the next Bryan Danielson. He needs to beat Mox. He needs to beat Bryan Danielson. Strickland does. And then get to the title. Swerve is like completely on the upward trajectory right now. I think you see Swerve. He could win the international title tomorrow. And I'd be like, yep, that's what he should do. He should just take it and dummy Phoenix for it and be done with it and hold the international title and elevate it again. Like Orange Cassidy elevated that title. Bring it up as the Intercontinental, as the mid-card title. There's too many titles in AEW. It's so unfocused. Swerve, that match was awesome. Awesome. When he made his entrance, Copeland did use his classic Metalingus entrance of, "You think you know me." The line at the start said, "You think you know him." His contract expired a day ago. I thought they had deals on the deal. They had deals on the deal, info on the deal. He's full-time, but we don't know if it's a multi-year deal. You got to assume it's at least a year. At least a year for the Metalingus. That's what he should just be called now in AEW, is the Metalingus. The rated R superstar Metalingus. Jamie Wright, dude, thank you for your super chat. Too sweet to everybody in there in the chat donating and just chatting along today. Have a good day. We also got, by the way, for all your super chats and all that stuff. I said this at the beginning of the show, but I want to thank you again very much because we are improving the quality of the studio and the stuff in here. We got new microphones, not this one, but we got new microphones to set up tomorrow. Additional cameras in here in the studio too. So I got to set this up. So you're going to get some fun, different angles, but it'll just make it more professional and more to work with. And it'll just kind of mix it up here. But that's because of your support, and you guys support the channel. And my wife said yes. I'm kidding. So if you're WWE, do you unveil Jade Cargill on NXT to compete with AEW's new title Tuesday next week? Ooh. Well, you got to get Jade out there very, very soon, don't you? You got all the hype. You did a big push, the ESPN interviews. She's the big talk. Now Edge is the big talk, obviously. But it's good stuff on both sides. You like wrestling, you got a lot to choose from. But Jamie, I would say, I think it's very likely Jade is on NXT. Becky Lynch defeated Tiffany Stratton, retained the NXT Women's Championship. That match was killer as well at No Mercy. Becky comes out on Tuesday live and says, "I'm the man and I've beaten everybody. Step up, open challenge." Jade Cargill comes in, non-title match, or beats her for the title on her debut. I don't know, but I think Jamie, it's a very good point. You could end up with Jade coming out on Tuesday, taking her out. Jade tweeted, did she? "If you're upgrading, we need more Michelle. We're gonna get lots of Michelle in here." Oh, Sean Nathan says Jade Cargill tweeted, "A storm is coming." Did she? What does it mean? Oh, she did. That was September 29th. Jade Cargill. Miss Cargill. Is that her last tweet? Might have been. Jade Cargill tweets, "A storm is coming." Well, she's coming. That's what she said. Jade debuting at Jade debuting on NXT, I think, is the right move. I think that'd be the way to go. I really do. Backstage reactions to The Edge. Adam Copeland debuting. Probably everyone's positive and happy about it. Per Fightful Selects, coming in from WWE, said, with some within WWE, said, became obvious to them early on in the summer that Copeland was going to leave WWE when his contract was up. The report noted that sources that had worked with Copeland would speak as if it was a fact that he was jumping ship as early as August, before his final match was against Sheamus on the 18th of August. Fightful stated that sources they spoke with noted that Copeland left WWE on good terms and would be welcomed back to WWE if he chose to return. The report ended by noting the overwhelming consensus was that those within WWE are happy for him. Well, that makes sense because Adam's a great guy. And he wouldn't burn a bridge at all, an altar bridge. But he would just, he'd be back. He'll be back on WWE. He'll be back. He'll do like a year to 3 years with, not even 3 years, that's a long time. He'll probably do a year to 2 years with AEW, end at a big stadium show, and then he'll do like a final day contract with WWE and flip back and forth. And this is the thing I love about wrestling right now, is that you're going to get, and we're going to talk about Liv Morgan. So you got the likes of Edge, you got people flip, you got Cody going over, you got Jade Cargill going over to AEW. We got a bunch of releases from WWE, which is too bad, but it does mean that there's potential to see them show up on Impact, to see them show up in AEW. The crossover is awesome. If I can see Shelton Benjamin and AEW mixing it up, Shelton's a great talent. Put him in a tag team. Just have him do a singles run. Dolph Ziggler in AEW, let him loose for a while. It'd be sick. Imagine if you got Dolph Ziggler and Edge in a one-on-one match. Some of that stuff would just kind of break your brain, wouldn't it? Ooh. You know what we will get? You get Edge versus Bryan Danielson. The most WWE match. I mean, him versus Christian is the WWE match. But multi-year deal. JC says no one's watching Impact Wrestling. Some people do. I don't know who they are, but they watch it. They like to watch it. Dashi says, who in AEW you pick for a dream match versus Edge? Danielson, I'd like to see. I don't have any interest in him versus like Kenny Omega in the Bucks. Any of that. I think he stays away from all of that. Well, let's put Dashi, I'm going to put a pin in that just for a second. I'm going to answer your question. I want to talk about this. Update on Liv Morgan's WWE hiatus. Liv Morgan hasn't wrestled since she and Raquel dropped the women's tag, the curse of the tag team titles. Rhea Ripley later brutalized her on July 24th. Prior to this, Morgan had been spotted with her arm in a sling, indicating that she's recovering from a legitimate injury. Speaking with Muscle and Health, Morgan discussed her focus on fitness and nutrition, noting that she has been using her time off to hone her diet so she can make her return in the best shape. I'm actually out injured right now, and aside from healing up, my focus has been on nutrition. I'm really excited about honing in on that, which is just what they literally just said. There's nothing else. What she said, when I asked about the risks involved in wrestling, she says, well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a dark side of the sport because injuries are something that we all know is possible. Talking about the risks of it. She's wrestled for 9 years. She's got nothing. She's not coming back anytime soon. Her arm's busted. Now let's look at the AEW roster for a second here, because it's a good question, Dashi. Of who does you think you know him? All right, let's take a look at AEW's roster. I mean, okay, MJF, yeah, big time. All right, MJF, Christian, yes. A tag team with Oh, dude, the 6-man tag with FTR is happening. It's happening. Edge and FTR on Collision. That's happening for sure. Edge versus Jay White. Right now with Jay White going after MJF, I absolutely love it. The promo last week on Dynamite of Switchblade going off on MJF. Top. So I think we're going to get FTR and Adam Copeland together. Edge TR. That could work. Tredge. No, nothing. Okay. Let's see. Men's roster. If Adam Cole turns heel, that'd be cool. So you'd have Adam Cole heel versus Adam Copeland and Roderick Strong as a special guest referee yelling at him. Why not? That would work. Who else is on the AEW roster that I'd be like, oh, that'd be good? Swerve would be cool. Jericho would be cool as a throwback. Danielson, I'd like to see if Danielson's just kind of whatever, isn't he? Like, he's just a healer of face. Even though he's in the group. Christian's going to happen. Him and Claudio mixing it up could probably happen. I think also Edge would wrestle. I think he would wrestle a bunch of people he knows or he's comfortable with. And then some new talent too. So I think you could see him like go up against Claudio, which would be really fun. Who else? I'm trying to think of like good stories as well. I mean, Jeff Jarrett. All day long. Does he have like a fun exhibition with Jeff Hardy? Oh, it'd be so good. Switchblade would be really fun. They still have Johnny TV on the roster? Okay, sure. Mox? I don't know if I care to see Edge versus Mox. It's not Edge's kind of match, having like a hardcore thing. I'd be worried that, Mox is going to bleed all over him within seconds. Oh, Luther. Totally Luther. Malachi Black. House of Black. If you can get House of Black, if you get House of Black kind of on track again, Malachi needs a singles push and a singles win. House of Black would be pretty fun. And Edge versus Malachi. Edge versus Omega, I think would be great, but for me, it doesn't interest me right now. It just doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't work for me, brother. MJF, like we said. Powerhouse Hobbs would be cool, but again, they got to warm him up even more. Ricky, you throw him Edge versus Ricky Starks. That'd be really cool. He said Samoa Joe. He mentioned Joe as somebody. I'd love to see it. Joe is an awesome heel right now. Maybe the match with Sting. With or against Sting and Swerve. And again, Swerve in general, guys, I think Swerve's got to get up to the main title very quickly, or he's got to like win the international title tomorrow. Edge versus Matt Hardy again. I think you're going to get them crossing paths for sure. Big question, ladies and gentlemen, was going to be, is Edge going to be in 2K24? We don't know. We think we know him, but we don't know him. You think you know him or them. FBE just tweeted at me. He did it for The Rock. But I think you get Edge also. Like, if he's going to be so if they're saying, like, he's going to be... Let's see, SmackDown Hotel even said, me watching Edge's AEW debut knowing that he won't be in 2K24 anymore. Sad. Edge, if he's going to wrestle every week... Now, Tony Khan says he's a full-timer. I don't believe Edge is going to wrestle every single week. I think he'll be on AEW TV a lot and like almost every week. Especially in the beginning, and they're paying him huge dollars too. But Edge still got to be careful, right? And I think the other way to make him, be careful and not go and have 10, 15-minute matches in AEW against Mox, I think you end up having him in a lot of tag matches. I mean, CM Punk was doing the same thing. CM Punk was tagging with FTR every week. And I don't want to see that, but I can see Sting, Darby, Edge tag teaming. We know he's got his first singles match is going to be Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus, which is going to be fun. I just want to see how it all looks and feels with Edge and AEW. It's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, then we're going to have, I think we'll end up with him like FTR and doing some tags. It'd be really, really fun if he's got a multi-year deal or at least a year deal with AEW. Yes, I want to see the match of Edge versus Christian one-on-one at like the giant pay-per-view, headlining a pay-per-view. But then I also want to see Edge turn or Christian turn, and then they tag team. And they win the tag team titles. Because Edge doesn't need a title. Like, we got to think about that too. Edge does not need to go after any of the titles. Full Gear? Maybe. Adam Copeland. W. Rated FTR. Oh, there's your tag team name. Rated FTR. Come on. Come on, I literally just spit that out. We're going to put that online, guys. All right. Where's at FTR? Uncle Dax. We're going to do this to Adam Copeland. Just thought. And where's Cash? I don't have Cash. Who's at Cash? Not Cash App. Cash Wheeler. No. Just thought of the 6-man tag name to use. ... Rated FTR. Come on. That's sick. That's a great name. Rated FTR. You gotta give me that one. The way The Rock is looking at the camera always kills me. Just... Justin, you tried to make pancakes and you failed? Don't worry about it. Take a breath. Restart. The way you fail is you got to make sure that batter is okay. So you got to it's a delicate balance of making it not too liquidy and making it just enough. So you probably either you thin them out too much. It depends by wrecked, because sometimes you can wreck a pancake if you're like way too thin, so then it just burns too quickly, or you made them too thick. I do that sometimes. I make the pancake too thick, and then it just doesn't cook all the way through with the batter. It's a tricky thing, Justin. Come on, Ray Perez. It's rated FTR. Give it to me. Oh, Jamie with the super chat says, I got it. Rated FTR versus the acclaimed ass for the trios titles. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh, we got in the community too, guys, as we're looking through stuff. And the team FTR is a bit weird. Oh, come on. It's fine. You know they're going to tag team together. You just know they live together. Not live together. They live next to each other. You need to trademark and assemble. I should. Justin! Brian! Just Brian. Why did I say Justin? That's wrong. Brian, what's up, brother? We also got Daphne. Shout out to Daphne in the community. Tiffany Stratton, NXT No Mercy, created by Alan VR. You need some Stratton in your life? There it is. It's her No Mercy attire. Looks great. It is. Tiffany Stratton wore that. Her butt cheeks were hanging out. Matt, can we rank AEW roster? Good content? We can. I don't really want to go through all of it. I won't do that today, certainly, but that's something we can definitely do. But you know what I am going to be doing? Today might be... Okay, I got to get you guys to vote on this. Hang on. Video today. WD2K24 roster updates. Update news. Kind of want to talk about that. Or... We got two options here for videos for today, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited about today. Reacting to a WWE 2K AI art. Two possible. Please vote now. The vote is up for video we can do today. Either 2K24 roster update news, which we probably want to talk about, which we will talk about anyways, or do you want to do me reacting to AI art? I've been on a kick. Shout out to, I think it was Head of the Table that talked to me about this. It was Head of the Table. So shout out to Head of the Table. He's a fantastic community member. And he got me all hot on the AI art. This one is not by me. This is by Lando. But Head of the Table started doing this. And then I posted a couple. And then the next day I looked. And like my feed was everybody in the community just posting AI art that they have done. It's getting wild in here. So I kind of want to react to a bunch of these because they're fantastic. But clearly, you guys, with 33 votes, please keep voting right now if you can. We're going to see what we're going to work on today, brother. We're going to see if we have fun. And while you're doing that, hit the like button on this video too. As we are going through, we are at 96 likes. Get us over 100. It'd be a good thing for you today. It would feel great. At 156 beautiful people in the community. We're talking about AEW. We're talking Brian, as you just walked into the chat, my guy. And we're talking about Adam Copeland. We think we know him. We don't. We don't know what he's going to do either. I went hard on AI art creations yesterday. And even today, I found I made like a Funko Pop wrestler for me. So I put that in my Twitter bio. I was like, this is fun. It's just fun. Things are fun. I even created I don't think this will show up. No, it's a YouTube. Oh, I can change it here. Hold on. You think you know me. On this day, I see clearly everything is here in His name. Dead a place, burn the broken dreams. I just want to show you guys this. Not there. Oh no. I can't show you. That's okay. I can add a source. Browser source. Window capture. Add a source. Here we go. Is it going to work? Hold on. No, it doesn't work. Nothing works. Well, that's window capture. Hold on. Edge, video, Chrome, Firefox. That's the one. There we go. Look at that. Just to show you for a second. Just some of the stuff I came up with, just randomly. I was like, make a 2K24 cover, and it did that. I got this badass Undertaker color. Look at that. That's sick. I also did these. Those are cute. I did these ones. I was like, look at this one. I love this. Look at this guy. That's like my favorite thing ever. I love it. So anyways, I was doing that AI art, guys. So let's take a look at the voting. We're going to close the voting now in just a second. End the poll. And it looks like you guys want to go figure. You want to talk about 2K. JC, I know. All right. With 68% of the votes, yes, we will do that today, ladies and gentlemen. Please comment below, though, right now, if you can. What do you want to talk about in today's 2K24 video? Because I love to talk to you, obviously, about Edge. We'll talk about it. We'll mention the community creations there by status as well. But we're going to go through a lot of the roster because the roster is going to be changing the landscape. Hopefully, we can put something fun together for you. But let me know what you want to talk about when it comes to 2K24 in the roster updates and the roster moves we can see, because it's getting wild. Because we talk about Jade, talk about Edge, Edgy Adam, and what could be in there, what could not. Pro Wrestling Shoot is telling me that you're not going to see Edge in 2K24, and he's saying it's for a shoot. I might want to mention you in the video, but I don't want to go in for a hard confirmation, because people will run away with that. They'll say it's fact, and it's dangerous, Jesse. It's dangerous, my friend. So you DM me, you message me if you want to talk about confirmations. That would make my day, brother. Dashi says Edge, Sting, Darby versus Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne definitely happening. What's the next big AEW pay-per-view schedule? What's the next big AEW pay-per-view? Are we looking at... Okay, January, Revolution, Battle of the Belts, Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, Blood and Guts, Dishonor, No More, All In, All Out, Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, November 18th. Are we going to get... I think then we're going to get the 6-man. They're running right into Luchasaurus versus Adam Copeland next week. Not this coming Wednesday, but the Tuesday live show. So, you're going to be going right into Full Gear. That's probably it. Dashi, you're probably getting the 6-man tag here. Winter is coming, I don't know. What's the next? The Holiday Bash, New Year's Smash, All In. They don't have the next year's schedule. Okay, that's the end of the year. So what's the 20... If I'm just thinking about, like, what would they do in January? If they follow the same thing, then you got Revolution. All In, All Out, Blood and Guts, Battle of the Belts. I'm just wondering where you get Edge and Christian fighting. Would they hold off all the way to Revolution? That's a big match. Or would they just go and be like, Full Gear is a 6-man, and Winter is Coming. If they make Winter is Coming a actual pay-per-view and not just a Dynamite show, you could get Edge versus Christian. Otherwise, I feel like you got to wait to the new year to get the payoff. And if it was me, which it's not, March is way too far. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know when the Edge and Christian match will happen. FBE says they are selling LA Knight glasses on WWE Shop. Really? Because you know that's my Halloween costume. Oh my God, they are. Oh my God, guys, they are. Look at this. FBE in the chat. Warming me up to this. $25? Price is locked in. I'm getting the glasses. Ooh, his Yeah shirt's on sale. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, the hoodie. I like the hoodie. And it's fall too. I kind of want the yellow. The yellow's obnoxious. I don't know what to do here, guys. I got a lot of questions start floating around. I'm getting the glasses for sure. Are we getting a Halloween stream? I mean, I got the kids. I'm going out for Halloween, but that ends at like, yeah, I think so. I'll do a Halloween stream. Yeah, you can confirm it now. They'll go to bed. Then I'll be up eating candy, drinking rye, like a boss. Michelle. How do I... Okay, MDB, if I made you a shirt that was Michelle, would you buy it? I don't even know what I would do with that. I would get an artist, and I can totally get somebody to do a graphic design of a shirt that just, like, it says, Michelle, yelling. Like, I don't get it. What I would do, MDB, hell yeah. But what would I put on it? Just giant, like, fun font that just says, Michelle, pile driver. Should I just get a shirt and just have the words pile driver on it? Oh, the LA Knight hoodie is fun. It's on sale. I got some decisions to make. Lightning and Graves in the background. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Lightning and Graves in the background. What do you think about the HBO AEW pairing? I think it's good, Jamie. Here's my concern about the AEW HBO Max. AEW is clearly going to go for 12 pay-per-views for the year. That's fine. Michelle. But I feel, Jamie, that are you gonna put AEW TV product on Max? Yes or no? If it's no, like I assume, and you're just gonna go with the pay-per-views, what's the pricing? Inside the Ropes is saying that it's 2024 for the HBO AEW deal. They don't have Inside Ropes says they don't have any insight on pricing, but I do have insight. They are going to Max. That is happening. That is happening in 2024. Maybe in December, pay-per-view is on Max. They're going to move the pay-per-views and they're going to do the 12 pay-per-views for the year on Max. And yeah, I could see them totally doing it at the Holiday Bash ones to kind of get it going, or do Winter is Coming. You know what? You want to really, Jamie, if you want to really push, you should just get a mug saying coffee with Adam's face on it. Sean Nathan, that's a brilliant idea. I could totally do that. Okay, so I think that what you could do, guys, is with the HBO Max deal and AEW, if you're Tony Khan and you got Adam Copeland now, you have a giant headlining legendary act. Like that's what's happening. Let's say Winter is Coming is going to Full Gear, I think is going to be the 6-man tag. You could have the Edge versus Christian match at Winter is Coming as the headliner. How do you sell that even more? You put that on HBO Max. Winter is Coming is the first debut pay-per-view with the deal with HBO Max. That's a headlining act. That's a headlining show. That's a giant act as well of just Edge versus Christian. So I think that that's what you would end up doing if you're AEW. They're touting everything as the new era. And I think that goes alongside with not only Edge being there and he can do a lot of the media and the press and promoting the deal with Max. I think you get that out going really fast and you kick it off with December. And you're like, we got a new era of AEW programming. It's going to be on HBO Max. You got all the pay-per-views for the year. We're starting off with Winter is Coming. And you can see, I mean, MJF and Adam Cole's injured, so I don't know what's going to happen there. MJF defending the world title. Edge versus Christian is the main event. Load the whole Soraya's in a match. Like, you got to load that thing up if you're going to do that show to really kick off the pay-per-views to get people to buy it. The question, though, is going to be pricing. This is my big problem or hesitation with HBO Max. Microphone's perfect. There we go. My big problem with it right now. So having the big 4 pay-per-views with AEW structure right now for $50 Canadian works for me. It's fine. I cherry pick what I want. I watched Wrestle Dream in ways. I watched Wrestle Dream. But forking out $50 per show is very expensive, especially nowadays when you're used to WWE through the network, whatever, and it's costing you $10 to $15 a month for all of it. So people are very used to that model. AEW coming in hard with $50 a month per pay-per-view every single month, even if it's just through HBO Max. I don't like that. If they're going to give us bundle options, or they're going to say it's a $10 to $15 add-on service with HBO, because they like to go expensive. HBO Max does. Their sports package, I think, is coming out for $10 as an add-on to the base service. So then if you get the sports, you're up to $30 a month. If you add AEW, I could totally see them doing it for $10, $15 a month. The thing is, though, is that they get about 100,000 pay-per-view buys as it is. That's a lot of coin if you're doing $50 a pop. So they got to make it very, very valuable to the customer if they move it over for all the pay-per-views under one subscription service fee as an add-on. And they got to make it worth their while for AEW and HBO. If they're going to say it's $10, it's $20 a month for AEW programming, what am I getting? Am I just getting all the pay-per-views for the year? That's pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. You're still saving money. Because if you skip one or you like all of them, then you totally got your money's worth. If they add in more programming, though, if AEW came out and let's just say, and JC says, just make it $10. Yeah, just make it $10. I'm happy. Give me all the pay-per-views for the year. And if that's all the programming is, JC, then I think that's spot on. That's what you need to do. If they come out and they're like, you're going to get AEW pay-per-views every single month, all of the specials. Plus, we're going to give you Ring of Honor. Maybe the Ring of Honor program, because I don't have that. You're adding, if they add more to it, is my point. If the package for AEW programming is large, then they might sit there and be like, we're going to charge $20 a month. I don't want that. I want $10 a month and be done with it. I want the LA Knight. I'm trying to decide if I go with the yellow or if I go with the hoodie. Not a yellow hoodie, but we'll see. I am probably going to get the glasses. Kind of have to. Just make it reasonable. We need $10 a month. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I figure, everybody. But let's wrap things up here today, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap things up for the show. And if you guys are joining us live, though, stick around for a few minutes. Because when you join us live, let me talk to you. We can go into a little deep dive discussion here as we wrap things up. But for the stream on demand, thank you so much for watching. Edge is all elite. It's kind of wild. See you later.
Let me talk to you.